those categories because you're like speaking into the ether.
It is funny to imagine like a guy at home reading that and then praying on it. Like being like, damn, this is the realest shit I ever read. I gotta pray on this shit.
I feel like evil has won. Yeah, that bar was fire.
Yeah,
I
that's
know, but
bars.
like Rod though, I think like to Matt's point about the sort of like the mystical, right? I think Rod inhabits now, and you know, I guess like this with some consistency has always inhabited, like that. It's a niche that fits in on the right, but like I don't know if it's growing, but like it still has purchase, and that is the sort of like Victorian era male hysteric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like that's Jordan Peterson's whole deal.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like these guys would have been so much better off if they lived in like, you know, like the Victorian era.
But
where,
JP, I feel like he can translate more to a dumb guy. Like his stuff is like more self-helpy and like simpler to digest than like some like what's the word for it? Like it's not a dandy, but it's with an FL.
Fop?
No, it's like a it's like a flanange or something.
A flaneur?
A flaneur. Yeah, that's what. Is am I using that word in the right way? I try to look up 5 new words to use on Chapo before. I try to work in flaneur.
Yeah, I think JP, even though like you know he like, you know, if you've ever tried like reading one of his, it is sort of a gobbledygook of like Jungian psychoanalysis, but like as a public figure, like, the buy-in for JP is lower because to take Rod Dreher seriously, you have to share his, you know, religious mania, which is like that's a higher buy-in, you know. Like
JP talks about like cartoons. He like cries about Geppetto and stuff. Like that's like something an idiot can understand.
I mean, Rod cries about cartoons too, but like he's mainly like, you know, religiously fixated, and you know, like you know, he's written articles in the past about the culture of divorce, and you know what I gotta say, like, you know, like, you were supposed to be the patriarch of your family, Rod. How are you gonna let your wife divorce you? That is not you're not fulfilling your religious duty, Rod. And honestly, you deserve to be shamed for this, because I mean, also like just moving to a different country to get away from your wife and then being like, you know, divorce is like the logical outcome there. It's going to happen.
I gotta say, if he wants people to like not speculate and stuff, he did a bad job with the weirdly intriguing bit about how like he didn't just say like we've been having problems over the years. He said it started in 2013.
2013.
Well, that's the clue.
Like
we
it's so specific. Like this is clearly like a deal where like if you were introducing this character in a modernist novel, you would refer to the incident. What is the incident, Rob? We all want to know now. I'm sorry, you've got us intrigued.
He's leaving breadcrumbs. We have to like figure this out. What happened in 2013?
What happened in 2013, Rod? Now I want to go back to his writing. I want to go back to the 2013 blogging, and I want to see if it like shows up anywhere in the subtext.
Oh, George Zimmerman was acquitted. The Snowden leaks, the marathon bombing. It's the Boston Marathon bombing. Has to be. Has to be.
Yeah, the incident was his wife bought a pressure cooker for 2 handsome lads from Boston.
Oh, gay marriage. The Supreme Court finds for gay marriage.
Ah, Oberfeld.
Okay.
That's it. We cracked
it's like,
it.
Oh, this marriage is now garbage.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's it.
That is it. That is it.
Sullied the very institution.
We cracked it.
But also, like, I mean, like it ruined. You know, I think he was right in a certain extent that, like, you know, gay marriage was going to ruin his marriage, because once it became a legal accepted thing, like he's like, oh, I've wasted my life. Or maybe his wife was supportive of gay marriage. I don't know. Maybe like this would send him over the edge. And like I said, it will take some sleuthing to suss out what led to this point. But what is happening now is that Rod is doing like a divorced guy speed run. In another post this is the post directly before the Tears at Golgotha post, titled Jerusalem Diary. He reveals that he got a tattoo in Jerusalem.
Oh boy. Like that's so fast, man. That's so fast.
Wow, he's really spinning out.
Like
he's really spinning out.
The day he found out that his wife was divorcing him, he got a tattoo. And I can't wait to see I'm really excited to see where Rod takes it from here because I want more diary posts. I want to see him wearing like necklaces and bracelets and becoming sort of like and talking about his new roommate Paolo. You know,
Yeah, he's gonna get leather strap bracelets. He's gonna do more of a Johnny Depp thing.
I'm just waiting for him to come down with Jerusalem syndrome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, he's literally writing about like looking at the holy fire and going to
He's halfway
Like,
there.
how is he not going to just decide, oh yeah, I'm Jesus? Turns out that was me the whole time.
I'm praying so hard for Rod right now that he gets through this. And I think the best way he can get through this is by going full Buzz Bissinger and just literally start dressing in like $30,000 Gucci
S&M
like
fetish
boots.
gear. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
He's just wearing a lot of Rick
addicted
Owens.
to buying clothing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
but the Jerusalem diary post is fun too because it's basically just like little dispatches from Rod's vacation in the Holy Land.
It's a pilgrimage, thank you.
The post
it's
begins,
not a vacation.
"Hello from the old city of Jerusalem, where I arrived yesterday to spend the Orthodox Holy Week. I am here first to pray, but also to gather material for my book on re-enchantment. After I checked into my hotel, I sent straight to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre to pray at the chapel over Golgotha. I received some truly grievous news from back home on Saturday morning. Sorry, I have to protect the privacy of others. And wanted to rush to pray for those dear to my heart who are suffering because of me." The Golgotha Chapel is on the second level of the Holy Sepulchre Church. It really is built over the hill where Jesus was crucified. How do we know this? Because the place on which the Holy Sepulchre Church was built and where Golgotha was identified fits the biblical description of the place of crucifixion. And the Romans built a temple to Venus on the site, encompassing both Golgotha and what is believed to be Christ's tomb, which now constitutes the Holy Sepulchral Church. Why did they do that? Given that it was a strange place outside the city. Some theorize it was to discourage Christians from the early church from gathering at these places to pray. So Helena, the mother of Emperor Constantine, came on the pilgrimage to the Holy Land. Her son's predecessor on the imperial throne had inadvertently marked the spot. So again, like this post goes on, it's just photos of him and like taking pictures and stuff. And then it gets really funny because like one of the pictures is he meets with a Greek patriarch of the Orthodox Church, the Greek patriarch Theophilos, the unbroken successor of St. James, the first bishop of Jerusalem. And I'm gonna make this photo the cover art for this episode because it's Rod grinning like a complete jackass next to like a guy who looks like goth Santa Claus who is just absolutely stony faced. And I just wonder what this ancient Greek patriarch thinks of Rod Dreher, just like flicking it up with him during Holy Week. He knows. But let's get to the part about the tattoo because that's really good. He's talking about talking to a friend, and he says, a second thing that she took from her time in America is how insane it is over what we call wokeness. She knew the word. She said it was absolutely shocking to her as a Palestinian to have to deal with LGBT ideology in U.S. academia. She said it was not only shocking in itself, but the inability to say anything critical about it really knocked her for a loop. She learned very quickly to keep her mouth shut about what she really believed. She did not fail to notice that her fellow students prided themselves on being supremely open-minded and tolerant, but instead she found them to be rich, culturally illiterate, liberal bumpkins. She talked further about how resentful her people are of U.S. cultural imperialism, by which she meant the spread of LGBT ideology. I mentioned to her that it is very hard for conservative Americans like me to accept that our country, which we love, has now become responsible for bringing so much corruption into the world. This is new to you, maybe, but we have always seen you Americans that way, she said sharply. Sorry, I'm very direct. I thanked her for her honesty. When we parted, I went to see Wasim Razuk at his tattoo shop in the Old City. Maybe you read it about in the New York Times the other day. And he goes, I went to see Wasim because I was interested in the phenomenon of why certain religious pilgrims feel the need to mark their visit to the Holy City with a tattoo. We had a great interview, but honestly, it's 1:25 here in Jerusalem, and I'm too tired to transcribe it now. I will tell you, though, that I decided to get a tattoo. I am no fan of tattoo culture, but there is no other city like Jerusalem and no other place like Razuk's. Besides, standing at the site of Christ's death on the cross the night before and praying for my loved ones caught up in this terrible situation back home, I found that I wanted somehow to feel in my skin for all the days left in my life the truth that Jesus Christ conquers. that nothing we have to suffer today is the final word, that the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has triumphed. So I chose the medieval Greek cross with the symbols that mean Jesus Christ conquers. So and then he got a tattoo on his wrist of and then he has yeah.
That's pretty
And
pimp, dude. He's thinking about getting some after the marriage. I got a tattoo of a Greek cross with a boy named Calvin from a popular comic strip kneeling before it.
he has a tattoo of Calvin pissing on just the letters LGBT.
And he's pissing on a gay guy. I later found out that this is a common practice in homosexual lovemaking. Dude, this guy is spinning out. He needs love. We got to get him back with his wife. I don't like hearing about this. It should be illegal to get a divorce. He's right.
Well, I mean, the first step to healing your marriage and coming back into the fold of the church and its teachings would be to move back to America. Mm-hmm. Stop living it up in Budapest, Rod. You've got responsibilities at home. You are the father. You are the pater familias. You've got work to do, man. But no, instead he's going on pilgrimage. He's blogging. He's just sharing photos, selfies of himself, hanging out with ancient Greek patriarchs and tattoo shop owners and shit like that. It's like, come on, man. But
also,
your family needs you.
Disciples, right? His Hungarian boy disciples. It's like it sounds a lot like the new season of the what do you call it? The Gemstones.
Oh, the Gemstones, like Calvin's muscle man. Yeah. Calvin Gemstones muscle man.
Yeah. Sounds a lot like that.
Except Rod's. I mean, they're all young men, but none of them seem particularly muscle.
Strong.
They're all sort of grad students of a particular cast of mind. Like I said, the type of
He's
people
got
worried.
more twinkish tastes than Calvin Gemstone.
Yeah, but I mean, so Rod, all I gotta say, I'm here for you, brother. I'm here for you.
Hang in there, buddy. It gets better, as they say in the LGBTQ community.
Oh man,
2013 was gay marriage. I think we cracked it.
No, Adam, you hit the nail on the head.
Around the time that the Supreme Court passed gay marriage, my wife started trying to seduce me into having gay sex with her. A new form of sex they're calling gay sex.
I mean, I guess for someone like Rod, who has written extensively about the culture of divorce and inveighing against the increasing social acceptance of gay and lesbian and now trans individuals, I mean, like, obviously it seems crazy to a normal person, the idea that two gay people being able to get married would somehow degrade or affect your marriage.